Hey everyone, it's Tom from DTC and Northside Barbell Club. Question I've got about 5 times this week because I just took on some new clients a couple days ago is what else can I eat other than bacon and eggs? So I thought I'd take the time to actually expand on this a little bit better in a video and give some more information so people understand what the point of eating breakfast is. So one of the most common things that I hear from people when trying to work with them in their nutrition is their energy is low, they're having a hard time burning fat, they get hungry throughout the day and they crave snacks, and their moods are all over the place, and maybe they don't have good sleep. Okay, so those are really common things. And that's exactly what trying to get you to eat bacon and eggs is about in the morning. Let me just back up and explain that when I'm trying to get someone to eat well, I'm not trying to get them to eat like a 300-pound powerlifter. I actually eat a lot more tubers like carrots, turnips, potatoes, sources of carbs to maintain a lot of mass. So the foods that you're all convinced are super, super healthy are the ones that I tell you not to eat, but I eat so that I can be bulked up at 320 pounds. Something to think about. Now, when I want to get lean, I drop the carbs out and I maintain a diet with bacon and eggs, pork chops, steak, ground beef, cabbage. That's about it. Cabbage is a great vegetable. It just provides a ton of all sorts of great stuff, and frankly, I don't like buying 17 different vegetables every week, so it's kind of a nice, easy way to do it. Anyways, so getting back to the question for breakfast, what else can I have? So there's two questions here, really. What's really hilarious, too, is that people are constantly like, well, I want more variety. But then if you actually looked at their food when you talked to them, when you first interviewed them, turns out they had the same breakfast every day for the last 6 years, which is usually either cereal, oatmeal, a muffin, a bagel, okay, so some sort of bread. So it didn't seem like they needed variety back then, but now suddenly they're asking me something different. They want variety. And I think it's kind of like when you play dice and you roll and you get the number you don't want and you kind of wish you could get another roll. I think that's what people are actually saying. They're not really saying, what other sources of meat and healthy fats or protein and healthy fats could I consume? They're saying, is there any chance I can have a bagel once in a while? And the answer is no. You can't have a fucking bagel. So the sooner you get past that, the better, and the easier it is to work with someone then, because at first it's a whole lot of negotiating, and it's trying to get people to accept that the foods they were eating before were not healthy. Otherwise, they wouldn't feel like shit. And they wouldn't be hiring you in the first place if everything was going perfectly. But then there's this moment of clarity where they go, oh, crap, this probably means I can't do this anymore. And you're like, no, you can't. Do we have any other questions? So getting that out of the way, no. And the other thing that people really like to do at this point is they like to go looking for paleo recipes on the web. And this is, again, just rolling the dice, hoping. The problem you don't understand here is the dice is actually a coin, and there's paleo, which is meat and vegetables, and there's all the other shit. And you're hoping that it'll come up there. And when it does, I'm going to say, no, you can't eat that. So save your money before you run out, and you stock up on coconut flour and almond flour and rice flour and gluten-free this and vegan this, and you start trying to put it together in some sort of witch's brew to make some sort of pancake because you're jonesing for a carb fix and you're trying to figure out a way to do that. You can't do it. So the easiest way to deal with those feelings is suck it up and push through it, and it'll go away. Because like any other addiction, if you keep finding ways to trickle them back in, you're just feeding the beast, and you're just making it harder for yourself and your coach, who has to continually remind you, eat meat and vegetables. Okay, so without any further ado, here are some other breakfast options that you can consume That would be perfectly acceptable. Sardines. Yum. A pork chop. Ground beef. Some cabbage. Some sauerkraut. Some broccoli. Some asparagus. Some zucchini, if you're not on doing an autoimmune protocol. Anything that's a vegetable and anything that's a meat. There's nothing special about breakfast other than usually I try to get most of people's fats in as soon as possible in the morning because I want to make sure it happens before life starts to hit them and take over their whole day. So the more fat they eat at breakfast, healthy fats, and yes, animal fats are healthy fats. So the more fat they eat at breakfast, the less likely they're going to be to have a muffin or an ice cap at 11 o'clock. Okay? So there's your answer about breakfast. Hope this helps. Please share it with everybody if you want. If you want to actually try eating healthier to get better energy, less stress, better results from your exercise program. By the way, go to DTC if you're going to exercise. Yeah, and other than that, hope you're having a great day. Thanks. Bye.